pretties, it's Shadow the Lion Queen here, and today I'm going to be here to discuss another topic that I believe that has been on the news and stuff like that, and that is the upcoming movie called the Ice Age 6 movie. Now, I've heard somewhat of this movie becoming a thing. It pretty much is a sequel to Collusion Course, the sixth main installment and seventh overall installment of the Ice Age series. Now, I'm not too sure if it's going to be any good or something because it's going to be released in 2026. So, of course, with that being said, so far we got, Simon Pegg, Dennis Leary as Diego, John Leguizamo as Sid, Ray Romano as Manny, Queen Latifah as Ellie, and it's a potential sequel. So I'm not even sure because The Adventures of Buck Wild was garbage. I did not really care for that one that much. But when I heard about the sixth movie becoming a thing, I'm like, is it really going to be worth it? That is something I'm not even too sure. I mean, I saw a promotional poster for it and looks pretty interesting. I mean, I'm kind of wondering myself if the movie is going to be good. Like, what is the plot going to be about? I have absolutely have no idea what the plot is going to be about, but I'm hoping whatever the plot is, I'm hoping it's just a good movie. Like, even though Blue Sky Studios shut down, unfortunately, but I still like the Ice Age movies. But, I'm kind of wondering about what the sixth movie is going to bring. Like, I'm kind of hoping that, it turns out to be a good movie like the other Ice Age movies were. However, The Adventures of Buck Wild sucked. I might do a Shadows and Pretties episode while I review that movie and say how god awful it is because it absolutely just didn't go as I was hoping it would. Like, they changed the voice cast of the main characters except for Buck's voice actor in that movie. But I'm actually going to be hoping that this movie is going to be better than the Adventures of Buck Wild one. I'm really hoping that it's going to be like that. But like I said, I'm not 200% sure as to um what they're going to be the creators of Ice Age are going to be doing. I have no idea what plot they're going to use or, what's going to be happening. Like, I have no idea, to be honest. And I'm kind of wondering too on what they're going to be doing with everything. Like, what are they going to be doing with the characters? Are the characters going to go on some adventure or something bad is going to happen and they have to, work together to survive it or something like that? That is just kind of one of my main questions that I have going on in my head. And I'm wondering about this because I'm generally curious as to, what this sixth movie is going to be about. Now, I mean, I know a lot of people have been talking about it in the forums on websites I've seen, they're saying, is Peaches going to have a baby? I mean, it's possible she could, but I'm not really too sure if that's actually going to be the case. It would be something if she did, but I don't know if that's actually going to be the case because, I don't work for 20th Century Fox, so I can't say for certain if this is going to be the case or whatever. I'm generally curious as to how this movie is going to turn out. I know some people say that it's going to suck because Blue Sky, ever since Blue Sky was shut down, Disney bought out Fox and Fox before Blue Sky shut down. So I'm generally wanting to see how this one goes. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I personally have loved the Ice Age movies ever since I was a kid. Like, I liked all the movies. They're all really good. They're all entertaining, I can definitely say. But I am do really curious as to what the plot is going to be. I mean, I bet it's going to be, kind of like something different compared to what happened in the other movies, but I don't really know entirely because, I'm not, a producer of 20th Century Fox, so I can't say what they're doing because, I'm not an intern there, so I can't say much or anything like that. But I have a feeling that it may be just as good. So when the sixth movie does come out, I plan to see it so I can see if it's a good movie or not. So once I see the sixth movie, I may review it and if I like the movie or not. So, I mean, I'm generally curious on how well it's going to do in the box office. That is another thing that I'm kind of wondering about is how well is it going to do in the box office? Is it going to do poorly? Is it going to do awesome or average? I really don't know. I have questions going on in my head regarding that, and I'm generally curious as to how it will turn out and stuff like that. So, as of now, I can't really give out too much information because of the fact that I don't know what's happening or stuff, but I've heard people are talking about it, so yeah. I mean, unless there's some evidence of, more proof that what the sixth movie is going to be about or whatever, unless I see more proof, all we could just use is our imagination on what the plot will be about. Like I generally would be very amazed to see, Peaches and Julian have a kid and Manny and Ellie become grandparents. Like, I would really like to see that. I think that would obviously be really cool. I also would like to see Shira and Diego have kids of their own. I'm generally curious if they're going to do that or not, but I don't really know if that's going to be the case or not because I can't say because, I don't know. All I know is I don't know, but all we can do is use our imagination to, work on, our imagination on what the plot would be about and what's going to be going on in the storyline, etc. So all we can do at this point is just use our imagination for now until there's more evidence regarding thing about what's going to be happening unless there's more evidence then yeah. I mean, I'm not really too sure about this movie. Like, I'm not sure if it's going to be a good movie or if it's going to suck or if it's going to be, it's all right kind of movie. But, you know, as a fan of the Ice Age movies since I was a kid, I personally really do hope that this movie is better than The Adventures of Buck Wild. I'm really praying to God and hope it's better than that movie because, oh my God, The Adventures of Buck Wild, I know I said this before, but I've literally seen people review it, the movie, and they said it sucked, and I don't blame them for saying how it sucked. I obviously saw it, and I was like, oh my Jesus Christ. Oh Jesus, it was just a terrible movie. I mean, why would anybody, replace all the actors, the original voice cast for the Ice Age series? Why? I don't understand that. I literally don't. That's something I don't understand. But at the same time, I can't really, predict what would actually happen in the movie or something. But I would like to see what 20th Century Fox comes out with. So that's actually something that I'm kind of wondering about is what are they actually going to be doing with the characters? I just hope they don't kill off any of the main characters because I'd be very devastated if they did that. Like I know in the fourth movie I think they kind of wanted to kill Ellie off, but they didn't or something. But like I said, I'm not really too sure because there's not really much evidence regarding, what the plot of the movie is going to be about or what's going to be happening. There's no evidence about it happening right now, but maybe as we get further into, this year and possibly next year as well, we may get something regarding the sixth movie. So until we do, get more of that evidence or whatever, then I might make another video talking about it. But anyways, I can't really say too much on what they're actually going to be doing and stuff because I don't know entirely. But all we can do is just use our imaginations and think of what's the possible plot, what's the possible, storyline that they're going to do in the sixth movie. But yeah, I'm kind of wondering if it's going to be the final movie of the Ice Age series, but like I said, I don't know. I absolutely have no idea. So maybe the sixth one will be the finale of the Ice Age movies. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. All I can say is I don't know because I absolutely have no idea. So, anyways, with that being said, that's pretty much all I have to really say. Like, that's pretty much all I can say regarding the sixth movie because there's not really much evidence regarding more depth into what this plot of this movie is going to be about, what's going to be happening storyline wise, and etc. Because there's not really much else that is put out there right now. Maybe somewhere down the road, like maybe sometime later this year or next year, we might get something. But like I said, I don't really know entirely if we'll get anything this year or not. We might, but like I said, I can't say because that's just all because I absolutely have no idea. I know I repeat myself, but it's true. Anyways, what are your predictions for the sixth Ice Age movie, guys? Let me know what they are in the comment section down below. I'm Shadow the Lion Queen. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and if you enjoyed this channel, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to when it uploads, that way you guys will not miss an upload. As always, if you guys want to go follow me on Blue Sky, follow me on Twitter, follow me on DeviantArt, as well as follow me on my backup channel known as Miss Dark Shigo. A link to that will also be in the About page section, so you guys can go follow me on there. If I'm missing something that I did not talk about in this video, please let me know what it is in the comment section down below. So as always, that's all I have to say. And yet again, I may make another video about Ice Age 6 if we get some evidence more into, the whole thing. Being of its own, the whole movie of its own self, like what's going to happen and stuff like that. So I might make another video if we get more evidence regarding it, but like I said, I'm not sure when that will be. So anyways, with that being said, and that being the case, I'll be catching you guys all in the next video. Peace out like always. Roll the outro, because I'm out. What's up, my pretties? It's the Lion Queen here. I want to appreciate you all for tuning into this video, and I do appreciate you guys supporting my video by giving this video likes and stuff. If you really enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're new, ring the bell for notifications to when I upload so that way you guys will get updated for whenever I upload. If you want to follow me on Twitter or DeviantArt, feel free to leave a follow on those if you are interested in following me on those socials. If you want to support my backup channel, known as Miss Dark Shigo, feel free to subscribe to it, as a link to that will also be in the About page section. And with that being said, and that being the case, thank you so much for watching, my pretties, and as always, please stay pretty.